Hey guys, and today I'm going to be taking a look at this nice little MMO that I found that, well, it's been long running for a decent amount of time and has a lot of content stacked up. Let's see how good is it from what I've... Anyway, the MMO in question is Neverwinter, an MMO inspired by good old D&D, the game Dungeons and Dragons, and yeah, let's just say this one is a pretty big MMO, especially since it even has a spot on E3 sometimes. And overall, I'd say the graphics aren't the best. Then again, who needs graphics when, Minecraft exists? But again, let's go back to something a little bit more prevalent in this video, aka the gameplay. Overall, me, I didn't really play through a whole lot of it, but I have played through most of it, and let's just say that it feels pretty good. It's pretty nice with all its abilities and whatnot. All the different classes seem to be pretty well, and by far the easiest to solo is, I'd say, maybe somebody that can heal, like a cleric, or somebody that has a whole lot of damage, like the old rogue here, or honestly, every class can really solo stuff if you're high enough level. If you, most of the time, it's either because you have way too many ads, or you're underleveled because when you kind of need it. And I'd say that might be kind of a good thing. But then again, a whole lot of content is behind the whole you need a big party, which isn't, well, now honestly, it's pretty easy to find a pretty good group on, especially since there's a whole guild system and whatnot, aka like, Destiny clans and stuff like that. Which overall, it's pretty well. The item system is pretty cool. The loot, and even for the lower stuff, looks pretty cool and whatnot. And overall, I'm having a blast with it. And I'd say go ahead and jump in if you're into the more traditional MMO RPG style. And overall, one thing I will tell you is that you probably might die soloing, like I just did there, because, well, there's also an extra system of basically injuries. You've seen the text fly up on screen multiple times in this video right now. Basically, there's gonna be traps around. If you're like a rogue or ranger, you might be able to see the traps beforehand, but then again, it's just a very small sparkly effect like this little waymark trail that I'm following all the way back to the entrance of the dungeon. The thing is that you get injured, and then I think you might take more damage or something, because you can get down pretty quickly if you're injured and whatnot, and you might even get a debuff to your speed and whatnot if you're injured in certain places, which is honestly pretty cool in the sense that it's an extra thing to keep in mind and another thing in the gameplay loop, although it can be a bit annoying with your injured text flying up all over the screens and in the system chat. Then again, I'd say that it is what it needs to be when it comes to that. One thing I will tell you is that, well, overall, it's pretty cool when it comes to the dungeons and whatnot. Like, most of them have a decent, like, point A to point B. Some of them have little secret rooms and whatnot for other treasures, and most of them end with a good old boss fight. Although, I'd say if you're a rogue and you're above or at least equal-ish level, you're gonna absolutely chunk the guy's health off. So I'd say unless you're equal level or below, it's gonna be more of a regular boss fight. But if you're over leveled or sometimes even equal leveled, depending on your class, you can probably get rid of the boss pretty easily, which is very good when it comes to grinding and stuff, so you can get exactly what you want out of weapons and stuff from those chests. Which, well, let's just say they're pretty plentiful sometimes. Like, even the mimics drop a decent amount of loot. In fact, I'd say probably farm mimics is actually a pretty good way to get loot, as long as you consistently are able to kill them. Which you can do kind of easily just by avoiding their attacks since they have a long wind-up sometimes. And overall, I'd say this game's pretty cool. Like, there are certain loot chests that you can only get with certain classes and etc. or certain kits, which does add a little bit more of a speciality when it comes to each class and whatnot, other than their abilities and whatnot, which is kind of like the whole D&D thing. It's not just fighting, it's also, doing other things as well. But anyway, see you guys later in the next video.